listen, this is the thing about music. We all live to learn this music, and you never is meant as no matter how good you get, there's so much more room to get better. Just think about John Coltrane. He thought he was horrible when he died. So
Amazing.
that says everything, you know.
Yeah, you're right. So tell us a little bit about yourself, man. Where did you come from? Who is this man, Cleave Guyton?
Well, I've been playing music my entire life, and I started music in elementary school. I started playing drums, and then in those days in New York, everybody had music in all grades, from elementary school all the way to high school, if you wanted it.
Hmm.
So I started on the drums, and I played that for years. I played that in the orchestra and the concert band in elementary school, believe it or not. Then I got tired of carrying those drums around and lugging them around. And I said, man, we just later on when I became like a junior high school, I switched to the flute and piccolo. And that was my second instrument after the drums. And so I played that all the way through high school. So when I went to college, I said, wow, man, I want to play in the jazz band, but I want to play flute and piccolo. The director said, oh, no, you can't play the flute, the piccolo in the jazz band. You got to play the saxophone, the clarinet, and the flute. So, oh, my God, I went crazy. All my friends thought I lost my mind because that was a year before I went to college. So I said, oh, my God, I got to get a saxophone. I got to learn how to play saxophone and clarinet. So, I just stayed in the house 20 hours a day practicing the saxophone. So when I went to the college, I luckily got the first chair, lead alto in the big band, and there I played saxophone and most saxophone and flute. And after that, I went to school with Jeff Watts, Greg Osby, Branford Marsalis, Terry Lynn Carrington, Cindy Blackman, Dave Kwiatkowski, and I could name at Berklee College of Music. And that was because I wanted to go to Berklee right out of high school. But my father said, how much does it cost to go to school there? And I was like, well, Dad, it's a little bit over $8,000 a year. He was like, no. He said, you got to go to the community school and prove to me that you want to do that first. And then if you do well, I'll send you anywhere in the world. Wow. So then I went to this community school and the community college and did very well, got a scholarship, and then went to Berklee. And that's why I met Greg Osby and Branford and John Tucson and all these great players. When I got to Berklee, that was 1981. I lost my mind, man. I was like, oh my God, I finally met some people who really loved music as much as I did, you know? So I was like around these people every day, and it was like 24 hours a day of music. I'm serious. It was crazy. Wow. And I was practicing at that time. I was practicing music, involved in learning music about 20 hours a day for about 4 years. And then right after college, after I graduated college, I'm a born and raised New Yorker, so I moved back home with my parents for 2 weeks. I grew up in Long Island, and then I said I can't play no music out on Long Island, so I went back to the city. And Greg Osby, Donald Harrison, Branford, DA, we can say, well, this guy, I can't make the gig, but Cleave Guyton, he's a good friend of mine, a good musician, he can make it for me. And so that's how it all started. And I joined early. I joined the Lionel Hampton Orchestra. Played with that band for over 20 years, and I still play in that band. Recorded with Lionel many records, and met another host of great musicians. And after that, I joined Ray Charles's orchestra and the Count Basie Orchestra, the Duke Ellington Orchestra, and I just left the Basie Orchestra after 10 years. Wow. I still play as a regular sub in the Duke Ellington Orchestra. I still play in the Lionel Hampton Orchestra, and I still play with Abdullah Ibrahim, and I've been playing with him over 20 years, and we just have a brand new record that came out, and it went to like number 3 on Billboards. So I've been very, very lucky. But I was, your previous guest, he was talking, the Cuban connection, right? And this is funny. I toured with Dizzy Gillespie like 3 or 4 times. Like he's a special guest with the Lionel Hampton Orchestra. He would come out, bring his arrangements. He sat right in the back of me on the bus, and he rode the bus with us every day.
Wow.
Oh my God, he would be playing jokes on everybody all day long. Just a great guy. We became great friends, and I have pictures of all of these great people that I had the chance to play with. I'm a regular member of a Aretha Franklin's band. When she came to the East Coast, I would tour with her. So I've been very, very, very lucky.
Man, it sounds like a storied career, man. Just a dream. It just sounds so amazing. But I know it's a lot of hard work, though, man. I know you were like,
oh,
woo.
Yeah. And so when you're involved in music and you want to learn how to play music, improvise music, it's a lifelong battle. You know? There's always different ways to learn how to play and how to make things better. I'm into the Barry Harris method, the bebop technique where you have the voice leading. So I'm still working on that, and I'm still playing, clarinet, piccolo, flute, all the woodwind. So it's a lot of work.
Man, yeah, that's incredible. I'm blown away. I'm so thankful for this connection and getting to know you, and then gonna be performing with you on Tuesday evening.
And I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a blast, man. We're gonna have a great time. Ed's gonna be in the rhythm section. We got a really good band, a lot of fun cats. It's gonna be fun music. This festival is based around Dizzy Gillespie, so we're doing a bunch of large ensemble arrangements of Gillespie tunes.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, man. So yeah, we're going to feature you on a number of solos and inspire the cats around here and be an inspiration to the festival. So if you don't mind me asking, what brings you down south for a week or two?
Well, like I said, I was born and raised in New York City, and in the late 80s, my parents moved from New York down here, and they bought a big farm and stuff.
Nice.
And my mom passed many years ago. She had a terrible car accident, but my dad still lives down here.
Okay.
And unfortunately, he got sick, and I'm coming down. I'm here to take care of him. My sister came down a week before me. She's here as well, and he's much better. So I feel great about that. And so I'm at his house right now, and taking care of him daily.
Gotcha.
So. Yeah,
well, that's good.
So,
he's doing better, man. That's always rough. That is
Oh yeah, he's the man that taught me everything. But the funny thing is, nobody in my entire family plays music.
Yeah, same here.
You too?
Same here. Nobody in my family plays music. No one's musically inclined. My dad was in the medical field. My mom was in the medical field. My sister's in banking. But there was one instance when I was young that I think is what shifted something inside of me and why I love and am so passionate about music. Because I tell you, if I had any other interest in anything else, I would do that in a heartbeat. Because working a nonprofit, trying to play jazz, gigs is the hardest thing you can do for a career.
Trust me, I know a little bit about that.
Yeah. So I remember when I was young, my sister, she took piano lessons. I mean, she never pursued it or anything, but I remember she was taking piano lessons, and I don't even know how old I was, but I was sitting under the piano, and I remember she was playing something that was low and rumbly.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like something about that, man. It I remember it to this day, like my heart, my chest just like exploded, and I just started crying. And my mom came in. What did you do? What did you do to your brother? I don't know. I was just practicing piano. And I don't know. After that, I picked up the trumpet and been playing ever since. So.
Wow, that's great. What a great story. It's funny how music, you don't find music, music finds you. Because my situation is similar. I mean, when I came out of my mother's womb, I just always loved music. And I knew that I wanted to do it when I was a small child. And I just made my dream come true. And my dream really came true after being born and playing music through elementary school and all that, and then going to Berklee College of Music, meeting all the best musicians in the world, and traveling all over the world with the Basie Band and Lionel Hampton, and playing with Joe Williams and Milt Jackson and all these great Dizzy Gillespie, and sitting on Dee Dee Bridgewater, and just many, 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 many years of just great memories. Woo. And pictures too. I had pictures from all over the world.
Wow.
Yeah, so I've been very, very lucky. And that's what's so discouraging about the young people today. You know, when I went right out of college and I went right on the road, man. People don't travel like that on the road. We traveled on the road on buses. I'm talking about like 500 one-nighters, 500 miles, do the gig, get on the bus, drive another 500 all over the United States and Europe and Australia and all over. Whew. So those days are gone, man.
Yeah.
You know, so and all of my great heroes, although there was a lot of young, talented musicians today that are ridiculous. I mean, so young to be playing so well. But I don't know where they're going to get that kind of experience. That kind of experience, I guess, it's not, you know, you can't get it like that anymore because those days are over.
Yeah. Do you feel like that golden age is gone? I mean, what does the future look like? I mean, it seems like it's just the future's Instagram, like doing 1-minute videos, kind of trying to be hip.
That's right. Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. I mean, yeah, but actually being able to hang out with the cats every day, the real cats, you know, people that you looked up to, and that was some experience.
Yeah. Man, I got so many questions for you, man. Do you have any particular tours or venues that just stand out that just a cream of the crop like this? I will never forget this night.
Yeah, Roy. Let me tell you, the Sydney Opera House. I played there many times. I remember the first time I played there just to see that edifice, big, beautiful building with the bridge there and the water there, and that one stands out. But you know, Royal Albert Hall in London, you sit on a stage and it goes up the chairs, and you have people in back of you and all around you, and you look up and you can see nothing but just people all around you.
Wow.
You know, football stadiums, you know, places like that. When you get out and you see the audience, you're like, oh my God. Yeah. So no place in particular, but Sydney Opera House and Royal Albert Hall, those are the two that come to mind first.
Yeah, those are so iconic, man. Just incredible places. Wow.
Oh yeah. So and then those kind of places I played like many times too. So but it's still like new. Every time you play it, it's like, oh my God, you know?
Yeah. So you don't have to name any names, but has there been any jazz legend or stars that you've backed up or worked with that you just walked away going, man, yeah, what a bad dude.
Yeah, I see that every day. I mean, it's, you know, one thing, this is what's so great about music, because some people might have a lot of technique and can get around the instrument very well. This person might have just an emotional way to contact the people with his playing through emotion and feeling. And so that's the object of jazz, to have all of that in once. And some people have this great. Some people have that's great. It's just all great music, you know.
Dig.
It's just how the instrumentalist portrays it to the audience and how it connects with the audience. Because, you know, like I said, I worked with Abdullah Ibrahim for many, many, many years, and his style of music is a music that really touches your soul. I mean, I've seen people crying in the audience many, many, many times. And then in my own band, it's a different kind of feel. So you have to prepare yourself for all of these different kinds of genres of music, and to be able to touch the people. Because Abdullah always says that musicians are not just musicians, they're also healers. And there's a lot of validity to that. You have no idea how your music can touch somebody's soul. So we're musicians and we're also healers.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I was having a conversation yesterday with a pianist out of Atlanta named Kevin Bales. Kevin was on the road for, I think, 10 years with Renee Marie.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but we're having the same conversation about the importance of jazz and how it's needed more than ever today because of the values and the lessons of life that jazz teaches you. Everything from being your authentic best self, because if you're bullshitting on a bandstand, everyone knows,
That's right.
how to listen, how to support each other, how to communicate, how to be
That's right.
about the different, man, and just always trying to get better, always trying to learn. It's what we need right now.
And that's what Bernard Harper always says. He says jazz at its best is the best form of democracy with integration, and it's the best form of democracy. That's what jazz is.
Yeah.
With the integration of the cultures and people, and everybody has their own little thing, and we bring it into one little melting pot. Yeah. And that's America. That's America and the world.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
So that's what jazz is.
Yep. Yes, indeed.
But you asked me earlier about musicians that inspire me. I have so many musicians that inspire me in different ways. A great mentor of mine and one of my best friends. I have a lot of alto people, alto players that are really good friends of mine. Like Antonio Hart is probably one of my best friends. He lives right around the corner from me. We talk 2 or 3 times a day, no matter where we are in the world. I learned a lot from Greg Osby, Branford Marsalis, Donald Harrison, Kenny Garrett. I mean, and not just, alto players, all musicians. You can learn, and you can learn from anybody. You can learn from your own students.
Very true. Yeah.
No, I know. That's right. So, I mean, there's a lot of people that inspire me to just, and you can't be really, music is really not, although people are really competitive in music, but I don't worry about that.
Yeah.
You have to become your own best self.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, talking about learning from your students, I always get a kick out of with my younger students, and I'm teaching them like the blues scale, and they're just learning it for the first time, and they're kind of wiggling around and just randomly, playing stuff. Sometimes they'll randomly hit something. It's like, oh man, that was really nice, and I'll go, okay, I'm gonna remember.
Yeah, that's good. And that's why I say you can learn from your students. Music is so wonderful. It's just so much to learn, and you can never learn it all.
Yep.
So, and you learn it if you're really serious about it. You keep learning to the day we're not here anymore.
Yeah, you're right. Yep.
Yeah.
So what are you looking forward to moving past this wonderful 2020 year? It's just been so amazing. What moving into 2021, what do you have coming up on the horizon?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, this is the thing. This thing. I normally go out of town pre-pandemic. I go out of the country like 2 or 3 times a month, and I've been doing that for over 30 years. But I'm gonna tell you, I haven't been out of the country since February. We were in Switzerland with Abdullah Ibrahim for 2 weeks. And man, I've been home every day, but luckily I've been teaching 4 days a week on the internet.
Right on.
So I just want things to get back to normal, man. Because when you're used to like traveling on the world and you have friends all over the place, you call, hey, I'm in town. You're playing. I'm playing here. They come meet you. But man, now it's rough for musicians. And New York is a literal ghost town. Now I'm born and raised there. It's a literal ghost town. I also played for 20 years, 25 years, play Broadway too. I've done a lot of shows on Broadway, and man, New York Times Square is a ghost town. Matter of fact, when I was coming here, I left JFK. My flight was at 1:00 in the afternoon. I got to JFK. I was the only person in JFK.
Wow.
In 30 years, I have never seen JFK like that.
Right.
So I
pack.
I can't.
out there like in half the time too.
Yeah, I can't wait for this thing to get out of, so we can get back to normal, man. And not to mention monetarily, I haven't made my regular money since then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Tough. It's been tough for everyone, man. Like my wife and I we're pretty good about saving and stuff, and I thought this pandemic would last, I don't know, 6 to 8 weeks, a couple months, kind of like
yeah,
season or something. And then
right.
it going, and like I was like, oh my God. So, I went on unemployment, had to start getting unemployment benefits.
Most musicians have.
Yeah, but I tell you what though, it's kind of funny is some musicians around here are making a lot more money on unemployment than they made as a working musician.
Yeah, I know exactly, and that's why that's why they stopped that federal money.
Right? Oh, they'll find a way to get it back. They'll find a way.
I sure hope so. Yeah, but yeah, I've been lucky though because I've been out here such a long time. I was able to save a nice chunk of money too, so I'm okay, and I'll be okay for a while. But after about a year, I'm gonna need to. We all gonna have to do something.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why we shifted to online and doing virtual. We hosted a virtual jazz camp for 4 days, which turned out great. I mean, normally it's in person here in Columbia. But this time it was virtual. So we had people tuning in from the Ukraine, from Canada. We had students from across the globe because we're virtual. And I was able to, bring in a lot more heavy hitters as opposed to just one master clinician. Like I was able to bring in, Don Braden and, Wes Warmdaddy.
Good friend of mine.
Yeah, love that cat.
I met Don Braden in 1981 when he was going to Harvard, and we used to play at this place. You probably know about it. It's called Wally's in Boston. It's been an iconic place, been there forever. And I've known him since then. And we play in bands in New York all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Don's
a great guy.
Man, so professional, easy to work with. I've brought him here.
Nicest cat ever.
Yeah. We've brought him down here a few times, and actually, I made a record with him. We did a Billy Strayhorn project. We called it. What do we call that? I'm forgetting the name of my own record.
No, that's okay. Don't worry about it. It happens to the best of us.
Man, Gerald Clayton on piano.
I know Gerald. I know Gerald Clayton's brothers. I mean, his father and Jeff and the alto player John and Jeff for many years.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. Yeah, Don though, man, he has the heart of a teacher, and super kind. So we played a number of shows. We worked that record a little bit, and after a handful of shows, I turned to him. I said, Don, what do I need to do, man? Because I'm doing something okay because I'm out here working, but man, what do I need to do? And it was really interesting, man. He said, man, you got to get back to the basics. You got to get back to 3 and 7. You just got to get back to, you got to hit.
Oh yeah, that 3 and 7 is everything.
Yeah. And so anyway, he changed my whole approach to practice, to jazz, to how I heard things and everything. And I mean, immediately shifted how I practiced. It was
right.
Because the one thing that I always battled, I never ever liked people who learned licks and memorized and played licks, right?
Oh, I'm glad you said that. I used to play like that.
Okay.
This is the thing. Once you get to that Barry Harris method, it's all about voice leading. This is how you tell if you really have it. When you play a song all by yourself with no accompaniment, and you can hear every single change. That's what the great Bud Powell and all the Dizzy Gillespie, Charlie Parker, all voice leading. You can not even tell them the name of the song that you're playing, and you say, "What is this song?" and you play on it. And you could hear it clear as day.
Dig.
That's the Barry Harris method. But Dizzy Gillespie and Thelonious Monk, Bud Powell, they really studied that intensely.
Dig.
And that's the thing that changed my life. Yeah.
Right on. Yeah, man. Well, you know, I'm gonna have to take advantage of you being in town. I'm gonna come over for an afternoon and pay you for your time and shed.
Oh man, it'd be my pleasure, man. It'd be my pleasure. Yeah. 'Cause, I mean, I've been coming out here. I played down here many years at different places. What's the main theater in Columbia there? The big one that is pretty new, maybe about 10 years old.
You know,
It's a big theater.
you talking about Koger Center or Township?
Yeah, I played there many times. They used to have a place down there by 5 Points, a little jazz places down there. You know that? I used to play down there. They had another beer spot. What's the name of that beer spot?
That's
It was a brewery, and they had jazz like once a week.
yeah. That's
I
I'm talking about Hunter Gatherer. Hunter Gatherer.
Yes, yes, I played there many times.
So did you know Skip Pearson?
I knew Skip very well. God bless his heart.
Yeah, you're right. So Skip was a
And
huge.
Johnny Williams, you know Johnny Williams from the Basie Band, who played with the Basie Band for 50 years.
Yep.
I played in the Basie band with Johnny. Matter of fact, I'm glad we are having this conversation because I try to call him when I come down.
Dig it. Yeah, man. Yes, man. We miss Skip big time. He was a mentor of mine and just, yeah, we miss him. We miss him.
Yeah, no, I miss him too.
Yes, indeed.
And he knew my dad and stuff too. I mean, every time I would come down, I would call him. He'd be like, "Hey, come down and play here. I'm playing here." You know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
I knew Skip well.
Yeah. Oh man, that's beautiful, dude. Well, I can't wait to hook up with you in person. We're way past time, so I'm going to go ahead and let you go. But I'm going to hit you up, and I think I need to get through Tuesday's concert. There's a lot to prepare just for this festival. There's a lot to prepare for
Right.
the night. But you're going to be in town for another week or two?
Yeah, I'll be in. I think I'm leaving on the 27th or something like that. So I'll be here a little while.
So maybe I'll hit up Ed. Maybe we could just I'll meet up at his house and.
Actually, I'm playing with Ed. I'm playing with Ed tonight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's got that spot in Augusta. Yeah, that's right.
Right. I'll be there tonight and next Friday as well.
Killing. So you probably play with Edwin Hamilton and Amos Hoffman.
I don't know. I know I'll be there. That's all I know.
Well, if and Amos are there, you're gonna love it. Amos is a longtime New York cat, brilliant bebop player. You're gonna love playing with Amos. I hope.
What is it? Drummer or piano player?
No, Amos is a guitar player.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a Israeli cat. He played a lot with Cohen. What's the first name?
Not Cohen?
No, not Anat. I want to say a bass player with last name of Cohen.
Oh, I don't know.
I
know Al Cohen's son, Mike Cohen.
No. Anyway, whatever. It doesn's matter. He's amazing. So yeah, you have a great time. And Edwin Hamilton's he swings hard, man. So woo, that's gonna be nasty.
That means we're gonna have a ball then.
Oh, it's gonna be nasty. Yes, indeed. All right, man. Well, I'm gonna let you go, and I'll be in touch. I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks so much, brother.
Yeah, thank you, man. My pleasure, man. All right, ciao.
Bye. I'll see you soon.